Hello student, I am Najmus Sahar, lecturer in Business Studies, Vishamana PU College, Chitradurga. So dear student, in last video, we have discussed regarding the documents to be submitted, document required to be submitted with the registrar office for the purpose of incorporation of your company that we have seen. Okay, various documents we have discussed in last video. In today's video, we shall discuss about the comparative view of MOA, that is Memorandum of Association, as well as Articles of Association. Okay, whether these both are same or there are any differences. Okay, as we know that in meaning itself we have discussed that these both are different. Okay, they both are different documents. Okay, now let us see one by one the differences between MOA and AOA. So the first difference what we find is in an objective. According to objective wise, the Memorandum of Association defines the objectives of a company. Okay, the Memorandum of Association is a main document which says about the purpose of starting your company, the purpose for which you are starting, for which you are establishing your company. That is what objective behind starting your company that will be defined by MOA document. Whereas AOA, Articles of Association, will defines just the rules, okay, rules and regulations that to be followed in order to achieve your main objective. Okay, in order to reach our target, what are the rules, what are the procedures, what are the things we need to follow, that will be stated in a Articles of Association. So Articles of Association are the rules of internal management of a company, how you are going to manage the company, the day-to-day operations of a company, so that you can achieve your main objective, that is what AOA. The next difference is position. Okay, the position wise, the status wise, this is a main document. The Memorandum of Association is a very important document. It is a life-giving certificate, life-giving document, without which you cannot commence your business activity. So this is a main document of a company which is subordinated by the Companies Act, which is required by the Companies Act itself. Okay, according to the Act, this document is very important for all the public companies. Okay, this is what the important document. And whereas AOA is a subsidiary document, it is a secondary document. Okay, so this is a optional for the preparations of AOA is a optional for the public limited company having share capital. Okay, it is a secondary document. Next one is a relationship. Okay, so in Memorandum of Association, it defines the relationship of a company with others, with the outsiders of the company. Okay, what is our company's relationship with the outsiders, with the bankers, with the creditors, with the suppliers, with the governments, with the customers. Likewise, it defines the relationship of a company with the outsider. But whereas in AOA, it defines the relationship of a member, that is that the member of a company with the company. Okay, what is your relation, individual relation with the company, that will be defined by the AOA, that is what relationship. Next one is validity. Okay, so MOA, if any activity, as I told you in a meaning itself, that if any activity, if any task which is beyond the MOA, okay, whatever the activity if you are performing without mentioning in a Memorandum of Association, then such activity will be considered as an illegal activity. That particular act will be considered as an invalid act. Okay, any act beyond the MOA, any act which is over and above the MOA cannot be ratified, and it is invalid, even though it is accepted by all the members of a company. Okay, if you are going beyond the Memorandum of Association, then such act cannot be ratified, and such act will be considered as an invalid activity. That is what validity. So AOA acts beyond AOA can be ratified by the members. Okay, if you anything done beyond the Memorandum of Association, that can be ratified by the members, and provided that those acts should not volatile the Memorandum of Association. Okay, both should go hand in hand. Okay, it should not contradict with the memorandum of association. And the last one is necessity. Okay, every company have to file a memorandum of association. Every company have to prepare, and this particular document has to file with the registrar office for incorporation. But whereas AOA, it is not compulsory, it is optional for the public limited company. If they are not preparing MOA, then they will adopt the table A content, as I told you in a previous itself, that any company, if a public company is not preparing memorandum articles of association, in such case they will have their own article, otherwise they will follow the table A content, okay, of Schedule 1 Companies Act of 2013 they will follow. This is what the all these differences that we have discussed already. Again, these are the few differences. Okay. Now let us discuss the second stage or the second step of formation of company is incorporation. The first step is promotion. Okay, in that an individual will go with the formation of company. Okay, he will discover the idea, and in order to realize those ideas, he will start carrying out certain activities. Okay, he is called as a promoter. And functions we have discussed, and documents what are required in order to incorporate or in order to register the company. What are the documents to be submitted with the register, that we have discussed, okay, in last videos. Now the second video is incorporation. After completion of the documentary process, okay, after preparing the formalities, procedures that has to be submitted with the register office, now the company will file the register companies of the state within which they plan to establish the company. The application for the registration has to be submitted along with the document that we have discussed in our previous videos. Okay, so the documents that has to be submitted for incorporation of the company is a memorandum of association. As I told you earlier, that what is memorandum of association? It is a main document, it is an important document that every company has to prepare in order to incorporate or in order to register your company. So this memorandum of association should be duly stamped, okay, duly stamped and signed by the members, say signed by the directors. Okay, in case of public company, at least there must be 7 members should be signed on a MOA. Okay, the document on MOA document, at least there must be a 7 member should sign the memorandum of association. In case of private company, 2 members are sufficient. 2 members are sufficient. Okay, the signature is the person who have signed on MOA, that is on the memorandum of association document, their detailed name, their address, and their occupation, and the number of shares they have purchased. Okay, they have subscribed. That should be mentioned along with that information should be submitted with the registrar office, that is what MOA. So the first document that we are going to prepare, that we are going to submit is memorandum of association. This particular document must be signed, duly stamped and signed and witnessed. In case of public company, there must be a 7 members. 7 members must sign on it. In case of private company, there must be at least 2 members are sufficient. Okay. Along with this, the detailed information about the signatories. Okay, those who have signed on the documents, their detail, their name, their address, okay, their occupation, and the number of shares they have purchased, they have subscribed. That information has to be given. That has to be given to the registrar office. The next one is articles of association. So this articles of association will also duly stamped and witnessed, as in case of memorandum of association, as if we have done in this document. Same likewise here also, signed by the directors. Okay. In case of public company, they will adopt the table A content, which is a model of articles which is there in a Schedule 1 of a Companies Act. Okay, And in case of the statement of Lenue, we will discuss in later class that the statement of Lenue is to be submitted with submitted to the registrar office. That is what articles of association. Next one is written consent of the proposed directors. Okay, the individual who signed on a memorandum of association, they will become a directors of a company. Okay, so we should take their consent. Their agreement is essential. So that they can take in charge of that position, director position, and they must ready to make a payment, and they must ready to buy the shares, qualifications of a shares. Okay, their written agreement, their written consent of the directors is essential. The written document, the document should be submitted with the register office. Next one is agreement. As we discussed, if any, with the proposed becoming a managing director, whole-time director or part-time director, if any such agreements are there, that should be submitted. Next one is a copy of registrar's letter approving the name of the company. Okay, so again next, the copy of the register name, whatever the name approval that we have discussed last video itself, that whatever the approving of name of the company, the copy of that should be submitted along with these documents. Okay, next one is a statutory declaration. A statutory declaration confirming that, affirming that all the legal procedures, all the legal requirements for the registration have been compiled with. Okay, whatever the rules and regulations is there in order to register a company, that all we have followed, that should be declaration should be given. This declaration should be signed by a chartered accountant, a company secretary, or any person who are in charge of, okay, who is in authority. Okay, that should be signed by the concerned authority. Next one is a notice about exact address of the registrar office. Next one is a notice, again one notice you have to submit it with the registrar office, stating that the exact address of a registrar office of the state where your company have been registered. Okay, where the company name is entered, in which state you are registered your company, that exact address you have to submit. If you are not submitted the exact address of the registrar office for the at the time of incorporation of your company, the same must be submitted after 1 month, after completion of 30 days. The address of exact address of the register office must be submitted with the register office. Next one is receipt of payment of fees. Okay, documentary evidence. Okay, documentary evidence you have to submit with the register office. Okay, whatever the fees they will charge depends upon your capital. Whatever the fee you have paid, that should be submitted for incorporation of your company. These are the 8 steps to be followed in order to incorporate or in order to register your company. So the register office, after submission of all these documents, the register office, they will make a scrutiny, they will scrutinize, they will examine all these documents. If they are satisfied with all these necessary information, then they will issue a certificate called certificate of incorporation. Certificate of incorporation. Certificate of incorporation. They will issue a letter which is called as a certificate of incorporation. Incorporation certificate they will issue. Okay, the register office they will issue. After receiving this, you can start your business. You can commence your business. That is what. In case if they doesn't, if the register office they will not satisfied, again they will have to follow these all formalities. Okay, this is what incorporation. Okay, after collecting the certificate, incorporation certificate, your business will become a legal business and you can start your business. Okay, if in case whatever the date mentioned on the certificate, from that day it will become a legal business. Say for example, for the certificate of incorporation, the date which is there in a certificate is 6/11/2020. But the certificate what you get, okay, what you have collected from the register office is 8/11/2020. In such case, this date will be considered as a from this date your business is a legal business. That is what a certificate of incorporation. Okay, so this is a birth certificate for your company. It is a birth certificate for the company. From there you can legally start your business. This is what incorporation of business. So the third step under the formation of company is a capital subscription. As I stated earlier that a private company or a public company not having share capital or public limited by guarantee, they can commence their business immediately after getting the certificate of incorporation. After getting the certificate of incorporation, private company and public company not having share capital, they can start their business. But whereas a public company having a share capital, they cannot commence a business immediately after the certificate of incorporation, because they have to go one more important stage is called as a capital subscription stage. Under capital subscription stage, a public company, they are going to raise the funds from the public by means of issuing the shares or securities. By issuing the shares, securities, they are going to collect the money for the commencement of a business, for the proceedings of a business. They will get the money or they will raise the capital from the general public. That is what capital subscription. So under the capital subscription stage, the task is to raise or obtaining the funds from the general public, obtaining funds or share capital from the public. So here very important things what we discuss is minimum subscription. Minimum subscription. What is minimum subscription here? Minimum subscription refers to the very important thing what we discuss under the capital subscription is minimum subscription. What is minimum subscription? Minimum subscription is a minimum amount of capital, minimum amount of share capital that should be subscribed by the public. Okay. By the general public before company can proceed with the allocation of shares. Okay, before you are issuing the shares, okay, the public must subscribe the shares of a company before allotment of shares. That is what we say minimum subscription. Minimum subscription means what here? Minimum subscription is a minimum amount of share capital that a general public should be subscribed before a company can go for allotment of shares. Company proceeds for the allotment of shares. The minimum amount for the subscription that should be stated in a prospect. That is why I am going to discuss it. What is exactly the prospect is? Okay, the minimum subscription amount should be stated in a prospect issued to the general public. Okay, if in case the prospect does not have any information regarding the minimum subscription, then overall capital what is mentioned in the prospect will be considered as a minimum subscription. So the minimum subscription amount we are going to calculate by considering certain expenses like purchasing of properties. Okay, whatever the amount is required in order to purchase the assets for the company, or we are proposed to purchase any properties for the company. Okay, preliminary expenses. Okay, whatever the expenses will be there, that will be included. Underwriting expenses will be there, underwriting commissions will be there, and apart from that, repayment of any amount borrowed by the company. Okay, in about two stages, whatever we have discussed, promotion and as well as incorporation stage, whatever the expenditures we have incurred for the repayment of money, that will be there, and working capital and any other expenses, any other expenditure. By considering all this, you are going to decide the minimum subscription that we are going to raise from the general public. Today, the minimum subscription has to be 90%. The minimum subscription is a 90% of total issue. Okay, total capital. Okay, 90% we have to raise, we have to collect, we have to obtain from the general public. Okay, and this 19% should be subscribed by the general public within 120 days. Within 120 days of issue. Okay, 120 days of issue, they have to purchase the minimum subscription. If you are not get capital, okay, minimum subscription is not there, then whatever the amount you have collected, that should be returned within a 10 days. Within the next 10 days, you have to return the amount when the minimum subscription you does not match with the minimum subscription. If you are below the minimum subscription, whatever the amount so far you have collected, that has to be refunded in the next 10 days. Within 10 days, you have to refund that amount. If when you are going to refund, when the minimum less than minimum subscription, the public not subscribe for the 90%, then you have to repay the amount within a 10 days. Okay, so this is what the minimum subscription. Minimum subscription is what minimum amount of capital that should be subscribed by the public before company proceeds before company go for the allotment of shares. The minimum subscribed amount will be mentioned under the prospect. Okay, if any detail regarding the minimum subscription is not there under the prospect, then the whole amount what is mentioned in the prospect will be considered as a minimum subscription. Okay, the minimum subscription is fixed by the directors by considering the following expenditures like purchase of property, the purchase price what will be there, that will be there. Okay, next preliminary expenses, whatever the expenses you will incur in about 2 stages, that will be there, and the repayment of money. Okay, whatever if you borrowed money from any person or from any party, that will also be considered working capital and other expenditure. All this will be there. By considering all this, you will decide the minimum subscription. You means the directors will decide the minimum subscription. Okay, so minimum subscription to present today, the 90% of the issue share capital will be considered as a subscription. Okay, subscription should be raised. Okay, minimum subscription should be collected, will be raised within 120 days from the date of issue. From the date of issue or from the date of closure of the issue, within 120 days you have to collect the minimum subscription. If you are not collect the minimum 90% of amount, then whatever you have collected so far, that you have to be refund again within a 10 days. Within a 10 days you have to refund that amount. It is what minimum subscription. So now let us discuss the stages involved in the process of capital subscription. As I told you, a public company will raise the funds from the required from the general public by issuing the shares. By issuing the securities, they will collect the amount, or they will obtain the funds required from the general public. In order to do this, okay, they will issue a prospect, okay, prospect which is an invitation to the general public for the subscriptions of shares of a particular company. Okay. In order to do this, there are certain formalities, there are certain stages that have to be fulfilled. The first stage is SEBI approval. Here, SEBI stands for Security Exchange Board of India. Board of India. That is what the SEBI, they will ask for the expansion. SEBI stands for Security Exchange Board of India. Okay, so its approval is essential. Security is one of the regulatory authority in our country. Okay, so security is one of the Security Exchange Board of India is an apex institution which is going to monitor our capital market. Okay, it is an apex institution in our country which will issue a guidelines for the disclosure of information as well as and to protect the interest of investors, prospective investors. So the SEBI will give you a guidelines for the company. What are the guidelines? That every company, those who wish to raise the capital from the general public through issuing the shares, through flotation of the shares, those company have to disclose the information. Detailed information about their company you have to disclose, that you have to publish in a leading newspaper. Okay, that guideline will be issued by the SEBI institution. Okay, this is an authoritative regulatory authority it possesses. The intention behind issuing this guideline is to protect the interest of the investors. Okay, to protect the interest of the investor, those information is necessary. Okay, every public company who is inviting the general public for the subscription, they must adequately disclose the all relevant information and must not conceal company should not hide any material information or any important information from the potential investors, from the investors or from the public. It should not hide anything. All detailed information it must disclose. This is necessary in order to protect the interest of investors or interest of potential investors. Okay. After getting approval, okay, prior to the approval of SEBI, okay, the company who wish to raise, they must need the approval of SEBI. If the approval is not given, they cannot go for the raising of capital. Okay, that is what SEBI approval. Filing of prospect. The next stage is filing of prospect. A copy of a prospect or statement of revenue of prospect is to be filed with the register of a company. Okay. So here the prospect, whatever the invitation you are giving to the general public, prospect is an invitation, or it is a circular, or it is a notice or advertisement which will be published in a leading newspaper or in a magazines. Okay, that prospect is an invitation for the general public to subscribe the capital of a particular company. That is what we say prospect. Okay, when you want to raise the capital from the general public, company will issue a prospect. Okay, and if a company is going raising capital from the general public, in that case they will issue the statement of revenue. In detail we will discuss it later. Okay, those two things have to be submitted with the register office of a company. With the register you have to file it. A prospect is any document which describes the issue of prospect, including any circular, advertisement or document inviting for the subscription. So this prospect will contain the detailed information about the company and how much amount you are collecting from the public, what is the minimum subscription, what is authorized capital, that will be mentioned under prospect. Okay, in this circular everything will be mentioned. Those circular must be submitted with the registered office. Okay, so the prospect will be signed by the directors. Okay, if any misleading information is there, if anything happens with the general public, the directors will be liable for the misleading or false information. That is what filing of prospect. Next one is appointment of bankers, brokers and underwriters. In order to raise the capital from the general public, every company has to appoint the bankers, their own bankers, as well as the brokers and the underwriters. So whatever the raising funds from the public is a very complex procedures. Okay, it is a stupendous task. The application money what is received from the general public, that will be collected by the bankers. Application money, those who wants to invest in a public, by referring the advertisement, they will go for the investment of money. Whatever the application money received by the bankers of a company. The brokers, they will receive the amount. Okay, where the broker work is to encourage the general public to buy and sell the shares of a particular company, and encouraging them to buy or sell the shares of a particular company. If the shares are not subscribed by the company, if the shares are not subscribed by the general public, then the underwriter will take the responsibility of minimum subscription buying of shares. That is what underwriters. In case the company is not guarantees, they are not assured that the public is going to subscribe. In such case, the underwriter will take the responsibility of subscription of the shares of a company. For that the underwriter is going to get a commission. That is what? Appointment of brokers, bankers and underwriters. Next one is minimum subscription. As I told you, as I already discussed about this, minimum subscription is a minimum amount that a public must be subscribed, a public should be subscribed for the capital, okay, before allotment of shares. Before going for allotment of a shares, there should be a minimum subscription. That present the minimum subscription is to 90% of total issue. Next one is application to stock exchange. So in order to buy and sell, application to the at least one stock exchange is essential, is required for the permission of dealing in a stock exchange. In order to sell, in order to buy the securities, in order to exchange the securities, you need to give a application for at least one stock exchange. At least one stock exchange you need to take a permission in order to sell your securities. Okay, that is your shares and debenture. If such permission is not granted before the expiry of the subscription list, the allotment share shall be considered as a void. All money whatever you have received, that you have to be refund within a 8 days. Within a 8 days you have to refund. It is what? Application to stock exchange. A company who wish to raise the capital from the public, he must take a permission of at least one stock exchange in order to deals in a securities. In order to sell the company shares to the general public, it should register with the stock exchange. If the stock exchange does not give a permission, then whatever the amount so far you have collected, money amount you have collected, that has to be refunded within a 8 days. Next one is allotment of shares. Till the time shares are allotted, okay, so the application for the share, whatever you have received, the company's bankers will send it to the companies. Okay, whatever the amount application money received by the bankers, the amount will be sent to the companies. Okay, after the receipt of the application, the company will scrutinize. Okay, the company will analyze and see that all conditions they have followed, all the procedures they have compiled. Okay, after considering that all the things are correctly they have done, they have followed, compiled, then they will go for the allotment of shares. Allotment of shares means what here? Those who purchase the shares, for them we will send a letter called letter of allotment of shares, including that number of shares you have purchased, okay, the amount you have to pay, that all information will be there under the allotment of shares. Okay, so those who does not get the allotment of shares, for them we will send a letter of regret that you are not going to subscribe for our company shares. That is what letter of regret, sorry, they will tell. Next, for those who successfully purchase the shares of company, for them you are going to send the letter of allotment. Okay, this should be sent within a 120 days. Within 120 days you have to send the letters of allotment. For those who does not successfully subscribe the company share, for them we are going to send it. We are going to refund their application money, whatever we have received. Okay, that should be sent, that the refund of money should be done within a 10 days, within 130 days. That is what 120 plus for the subscription, minimum subscription, 120 for the minimum subscription. Refund of your application money is for 120 plus 10 days. In next 10 days, you need to refund the application money to those who did not successfully subscribe the shares of a company. And this letter of allotment of shares will be submitted with the register office. After the submission of letter of allotment of shares, return of allotment, okay, then the company will issue one more certificate called commencement of business, certificate of commencement of business. From there you can start your business. So here come two important points, a prospect as well as a statement of value of prospect. Prospect means what? It is a document, it is a circular, it is an invitation for the general public for the subscription of a shares of a particular company. In order to subscribe the shares of a company, you are going to send one prospect. Prospect is just like a magazine type, because it is just a book, just like a notebook. Okay, that particular prospect will contain the detailed information about the company, like name of a company, register of a company, shares of a company, directors, how many share capital you are issuing, how many of them shares are purchased by the directors. All detailed information will be there, date of commencement, everything will be mentioned under the prospect. That prospect will be signed by the directors. Okay, if any misleading information is given, then the directors who have signed on the prospect, they are the liable for the misleading information. Okay, that particular prospect is an invitation for the general public, that stating that we are selling our securities, we are in need of capital. Okay, those who are interested, they can purchase our shares, they can subscribe our company shares. Along the prospect, there will be a blank application. By filling that application, okay, they can become a member of a company. That is what prospect. So if any company wants to raise capital privately or from their relatives or from their friend, in such case, the company will issue a statement of lenu. Okay, they will not go for the public. They are not calling the public to invest. Instead, they are collecting amount, they are obtaining the capital from their friends, from their relatives, or privately they are getting. Instead of prospective, they will go for the statement of lenu. That is what prospect and lenu. So this is what the formation of a company. First one is promotion, next one is incorporation, and third one is capital subscription. The stages of capital subscription, like SEBI approval, filing of prospect, appointment of bankers, brokers and underwriters, minimum subscription, application to the stock exchange, and allotment of shares. This is what the stages under the capital subscription. So here ends your 7th chapters. Okay, whatever the doubts you have, you can make a clarification. Okay, thank you.